Hello, I am Zazueta, Chief Evaluator in the Global Environmental Facility. Today I want to talk to you about the way that we go about addressing impact analysis at the GEF. Impact refers to the effects of interventions, which can be positive or negative, intended or unintended, direct or indirect. For the GEF, the important benefits are those related to the global environment, which take place mostly in partnership with governments and other stakeholders. There are three critical aspects of an impact evaluation. One is related to the establishment of the changes that have taken place. The second is related to establishment of a causal link between the intervention and the observed changes. And the third one is related to the discounting of rival hypotheses that may account for those changes. I will give an example of the way we went about trying to understand the extent of impact of GEF support in the improvement of mangroves in Southeast Asia. First, we tried to assess the extent to which changes had taken place. In order to do this, we basically looked at records of before and after conditions in the mangroves. Some of these records came from project reports and other documents, but we also commissioned remote sensing analysis in order to verify the information and fill in gaps of information. In addition to that, we went to the sites and looked for ourselves what changes had taken place and what was happening inside the mangrove, not just looking at the mangrove coverage. The second step was to establish causality between the GEF intervention and the changes observed. First, before going to the field, we established that there was a plausible link between the intervention and the change that took place. Second, we went to the field and we observed to what extent those interventions actually took place and what results were achieved. The third task was to discount rival hypotheses. We wanted to understand what happened before, during, and after GEF support. We wanted to know what things were done by other actors, what contributions were made by other actors, and what other factors impinged on the results that we were observing. Now, what did all of that mean? How did we put all that together? What we found basically is that indeed there had been an improvement of the conditions of the mangroves in the areas that GEF supported, while at the same time there had been decrease of mangrove coverage in the countries and all over Southeast Asia. We found out basically that it took about 5 years or so for these interventions to work, and that these interventions of mangrove protection did work. But we also found out that the improvement of the mangroves took place since before GEF intervention started. Basically, this improvement was driven by community engagement and by community initiatives that were supported by the country's governments. And GEF came in and provided additional support that allowed communities to resolve issues they had among themselves through conflict resolution and to expand the protection of the mangroves. So our conclusion basically is that while GEF support was not responsible for the full improvement of the mangroves that had been observed, GEF support was very important to keep the momentum going and to allow communities to develop understanding and mechanisms to work better with one another to expand the protection of the mangroves.